Let's get cooking. Welcome to Minnie's Meals. My name is Minnie. Disclaimer, I am not a professional chef, nor am I a nutritionist. I'm just a girl in her muumuu who cooks every night for her husband so you can learn how to cook, change up your meals for the week, or just give you something positive to watch. There will be no fancy lighting, no fancy editing, and no fancy makeup. It's just me cooking in my kitchen, doing the things that spark joy and bring me passion, which is cooking meals, my fitness journey, and crafting. I have my handy dandy recipe notebook. Today we are making Fideo Seco with fried egg, guacamole, with pickled shallot, tomato salad, and sour cream. Remember, I just cooked for my husband and I, so it's just for 2 portions, but if you have a family bigger than ours, you would double, triple, or quadruple depending on your family size. So let's go ahead and start cooking. I'm going to flip the camera around because there's nothing to see here, and we want to focus on what's important, which is the food. You can also find me on all of my socials. My website is www.minimeals.com, where you will find all of my written instructions for my meals. You can find me on YouTube for a full step-by-step guide of how to cook this meal. And you can find me on my TikTok as well as my Lemon 8 for short-form content at Mini Moving Mountains. So let's move mountains together and let's get cooking. For the ingredients, you're going to need spaghetti, 2 eggs. This is 1/8 cup of tomato paste. This is 2 to 3 tablespoons of sour cream. This is 1/8 cup of Tex-Mex paste, quartered lime, thinly sliced shallots, diced tomatoes, and also in my refrigerator is guacamole, but I want to keep it in the fridge so it does not brown. To our stove top, I have boiled some salted water. You're going to add the spaghetti. Now this recipe does require you to break the spaghetti, but I do not want my grandmother to come down from the heavens, so we are not breaking the spaghetti, but traditionally it is first broken. Since we are not breaking the spaghetti, you can leave them whole and they fall naturally into the pot. We're going to boil the pasta for 11 minutes. Let's pickle our shallots. To a microwave safe bowl, we're going to add our shallots, juice from half of a lime, 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Stir to combine. We're going to cook this in the microwave for 1 minute. Once shallots have cooked, we're going to add the diced tomato, mix to combine, and then set aside until ready to serve. Let's fry our egg. We're going to heat up a skillet on medium-low heat. We're going to add a neutral oil. This is olive. I have ring molds, but it is not required. I am going to crack the eggs off camera because I am doing this one-handed. Cook eggs to preference, but I'm going to do mine for 3 minutes. Once pasta is done, you're going to strain it in a strainer. I didn't show you me straining it because I'm using it one-handed and I didn't want to burn myself. Bring the pasta back to the pot. Add your tomato paste and your Tex-Mex paste, and then make sure to mix it well. Season with 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper. Now we can mix it. Dinner is ready. Time to plate and serve. You did it. Dinner is served. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and flip around the camera so we can chat. Thank you guys so much for joining me on tonight's dinner. It was such an honor and privilege to be able to cook with you guys. You can find this full video on my YouTube channel, which is that's my website. My website is www.minimeals.com. I'm on YouTube as Mini Salvant and short-term content on my TikTok, Mini Moving Mountains. Let's move mountains together, and what should I cook next?